Hello. Haven't done a video like this for quite a while, but I want to read just a short article from a Masonic New Age magazine. It's an article called "The Light Shall Prevail." Nothing extreme, but that extremely well. It's revealing, but it's not like the others in the past that I've done, where you kind of read in there and you have admissions of a coming world government that I've easily documented on this channel. But there's still stuff in this article that shows that Freemasonry isn't, just what they like to, tell the masses it is, which is just basically just a good old boy club that, they don't really do much of anything except charity. That's a lie. So I like to, whatever article I like to find, publication, if I see something in there that's kind of worth sharing, I like to do it because it seems like they're making a lot of moves now, especially since this Alex Jones defamation circus of delegitimizing the whole conspiracy truth movement and the people involved in it, and I noticed one of the things that they enjoy doing, and thanks to all the people out there who never document what they're talking about and they pass stuff around without checking, is they like to take quotes that these people sometimes will spread around the internet, given by elites, secret societies, whatever, quotes that wind up not being accurate or true, and they use that, and then they'll devote a whole article, the establishment or whatever, on fake quotes attributed to powerful people to delegitimize, people like me who actually do document what I spread. There's not a thing on this channel, for the most part, I'm pretty sure, but that I've read, there's not a thing I have not documented that I can't back up. So I'm very proud of that. But fortunately for many, they definitely use the false quotes that these people spread around and then use it to say, see, there's no, conspiracy to bring us in a new world order, and there's no conspiracy involving the Illuminati. This person took a quote that's been long debunked for years. And, the masses are usually already have it programmed in their mind, that they don't really look too deep within the surface anyway. So when these people are on the fence, and some of them do have a chance of kind of waking up to this, they see an article like that, it puts them right back to sleep. They're like, I can go to rest. I can go rest now. Everything's fine. Sorry, I'm going on, but I'm just, there's channels out there on YouTube where they're devoting whole shows debunking the anti-New World Order people on the internet by what? By, there's this YouTuber where he's putting up videos like that Millennium 2000, Lucifer 2000 by Anthony Hilder and Jordan Maxwell. They done in the mid-90s, and with all the, and I already showed, fortunately with Anthony Hilder, and Jordan Maxwell, that I know with Jordan Maxwell, he admitted before he died that he was good friends with Manly P. Hall, who was an Illuminati high up there in the secret societies, and Masonry's quote-unquote greatest scholar, and called for open world government, open totalitarian world government, mind you, in his book Facing the Future. But yeah, he admitted that, Jordan Maxwell, he admitted that Manly P. Hall was a great person and was a good friend of his. So, and he also was caught shaking hands with Zachariah Sitchin, Masonic handshakes. Anthony Hilder, of course, selling his, I think it was the Millennia 2000. I have it on my channel, but it was like the Millennia 2000 tapes. I believe he was selling them for $33. Masonic number 33 for the most part. Maybe it was just, you know, chance, or he just accidentally picked that number out. But I just find it interesting he just happened to choose 33. And there's many other things that I pointed out with these supposed truthers, that the these idiot, and some of them are not idiots, some of them are just agents of, you know, they might be secret society agents, I don't know, but that they will use these truthers, that these fake truthers, oh sorry, and then point out all the disinformation they spewed on a video or something, and then point out and go, there's no conspiracy, you know, look at these guys, they're just, you know, they're just crazy shills, they're just frauds, and then throwing the baby out with the bathwater. See, I'm spending about probably go on here for about another couple minutes, but you see, I have to talk about this because, you know, if only I can get off the ground and get more subscribers, have people listen to me and the stuff I document, the case would be closed. The case, or it would be established that there's secret forces working towards, I mean, they're practically just about done with their great work, working towards a new world order. That is, I don't know how, other than documenting, it's beyond conspiracy theory. And that's why the show, that's where the shows come in. The shows come in so they can do this exact very thing. To discredit us by mixing in some truth with a lot of disinformation bullshit. It's like, what's his name? I forgot his name, but his last name's Jacobson. I think it's Mark Jacobson, or William Jacobson, or Mark Jacobson, and he did that book, that bio on Bill Cooper. You know, and in the book, you know, of course they're going to use everything they used in the book to do what? To say how the things that Bill Cooper did talk about that were true. Mystery religions. I mean, he's read from the Rose Cross books where they admit of an Illuminati and bringing in a new world order. All that's true. 68th convocation of the Rose Cross order. All that's true. He doesn't even mention any of that. He just goes on with the aliens and his abusive behavior, I guess, to his wives or whatnot, and also all the stuff he said that wasn't true. And then, you know, to make that argument, he had to lay that foundation. That way, he could say, "Oh, the conspiracy culture is just a fraud. There's nothing going on." Again, I'm reiterating, but it's. I need to do more videos where I'm focusing on these players like Mark Jacobson and things that he's said, and all this. It's so big right now that I can't, and I've been busy, so it's hard for me to sit down and spend a couple hours kind of researching certain videos and things and putting it together. And then when you go to make a comment on one of these videos where they're trying to debunk the New World Order conspiracy theory, try to make a comment, I'll post a comment on quoting from R. Swimer and Clymer of the Rosicrucian Illuminati Brotherhood in Pennsylvania. I will quote verbatim from Mystic Americanism. I got that on my video. I'll give him a quote. Well, what about this right here? This is a proof that, you know, going back to the Illuminati order, talking about a coming new world order that was going to, you know, exterminate the useless eaters, going all the way back to the 70s. And do I ever get a comment back from these people? No, just dead silence. Of course. Because I just debunked their whole debunking. That there is a New World Order conspiracy with these secret societies involved going back many years. It's anyways, I'm going on and on. But this article by this Freemason here is "The Light Shall Prevail." This isn't really an article talking about a coming new world order, so don't think that, but it is interesting. So let me read. It's this article right here. So those of you that have been on my channel for a while know that the stuff that I've researched in the past, for some odd reason, well, not that I really give a shit anyway, it's their frickin' garbage literature, so I will mark it up, I don't care, but I do that. It helps me mark where things are as I'm reading it, and yeah. The Light Shall Prevail by Freemason H.A. Milburn. From the dawn of creation until now, one of the ever-present conditions of life has been and is its duality. They have a thing about duality, left versus right, and male, female, the black and white. It's from the eon to the universe, from the beast of the field to the highest intellect, and from a simple chemical compound to the greatest and most complex formula. Nature's duality is and must be ever present, or manifestation cannot be. In life, the play of positive and receptive, the action and interaction of each upon the other, is a means by and through which diversity of forms is produced, and life cognized thereby. That which is light or positive is and ever has been causing darkness or the negative to recede. Darkness, physical or intellectual, must ever give way to the advancing light. Using the nations of a far distant past as the beginning or basis for our research, we discover as we mentally come forward through the night of time that intellectual light is the means by which mankind is slowly but surely rising out of the awful mirror of ignorance, superstition, and fear of the unknown. And ignorance, superstition, and fear, something Bill Cooper talked about, was something that was something that's it's like a mystery school saying. And ignorance, superstition, and fear is religion, the state, religion, and the mob. And that was something Bill Cooper got right. Sorry, but you can see they're always saying ignorance, superstition, and fear in their articles and stuff like that. So whether that unknown be of the past, the present, or unfolding as we go forward into the future, amid all the superstitious religious darkness of the so-called early nations, there is evidence of there having always been some souls of earth who worshipped not the symbols, but endeavored to and did comprehend. The masses bowed down to symbols which they accepted as the things symbolized, and the symbolized shined through the darkness, yet the masses perceived it not. The darkness of negative seemed to be in control, while the light of truth was seemingly buried in the rubbish. And yet the light, the word of life, did, does, and shall prevail. No king, prince, or potentate can stop, although they may at times seem to retard, the ever-blossoming growth of intellectual light. In the night of Egypt's civilization, the darkness of religious domination cast a heavy pall over that land, yet many of those who refused to bow down to blind belief were led out of that darkness. The darkness of religious dogma has held the peoples of India and China chained to such degradation of ignorance, superstition, and fear, that it has taken them many weary centuries to break those mental chains. But the chains are being broken. The light is again prevailing, not only in India and China, but throughout the world. And the souls of earth are raising the cry of freedom, physical, mental, moral, and physical. Not the extremes of radicalism, redism, and Bolshevism. These are but the sure swing of nature's pendulum of balance, and are but reactions of the results of the few dominating the many, as has been the case in Russia. When its pendulum of balance reaches a direction or condition in the direction opposite and equal to the crushing light of Tsarism and other such like dominations, the pendulum will turn and swing back to a proper balance of true equality of rights, liberties, and the pursuit of happiness for mankind. It is the action of nature's law of balance or compensation clearly and simply expressed in the phrase, as you sow, so shall you reap. The truth of the matter is that Masonry, you can find their fingerprints not only in the communist movements, some of the fascist and also supposed freedom movements. So, yeah, it's part of that pendulum of balance, but they created this pendulum of balance between the far radical communism and its opposition. So that's what he's leaving out, of course. As a man thinketh, so is he, and by extension, as the souls of earth think, so are they. As those souls of earth are now awakening to the power of thought, they are again beginning to be no longer satisfied with mere belief and blindly accepting all that they are told by the dominators, religious, political, intellectual, and commercial, but are demanding proofs they desire to know. Although the masses may not realize they are seeking and finding and are raising blind belief into knowledge and are absorbing the knowledge of proven belief and realizing that it is more powerful and enduring than mere belief, even though that belief be proven to be correct, they are passing from darkness to light, are receiving some of the rights and benefits of an enlightened mind, and are slowly but surely beginning to know themselves. These dominators, in a religious way, well-termed priests of black magic, are well aware of this awakening and are making strenuous efforts to stop the onward march. It is these and such as these who have misinterpreted, perverted, subverted, and imitated, but never duplicated the wisdom of the masters of the ages. For oh so long a time they have been cunningly twisting the teachings of the masters of truth in such fashion as to increase their wealth, strength, and power over the masses, as well as considering themselves the elect of earth, with the right to loose and to bind as they may choose, and to damn to their own eternal hell any soul refusing blindly to obey them. So we know who they're talking about here, these priests of black magic. A church establishment, I think in particular, the Roman Catholic Church. Its headquarters, the Vatican. So, you know, again, you'll find on both sides that they talk bad about each other. At the very top, you got the 1,000 points of light, of course. But yeah, you got this phony like competition going on between, especially today with the like you got a lot of these mystery school people allying with InfoWars and Alex Jones, and you know, they're claiming they're the good Illuminati, right? Or Swimer and Clymer kind of claimed they were a part of the good Illuminati, yet he himself called for a new world order, and you know, this, and that it isn't a bad thing, becoming cleansing of the earth and all that other stuff. So again, remember, these articles are also for low-level Masons who they are trying to dupe at the same time. So they'll sprinkle some truth. We have to discern when we're reading this stuff. If you discern, it's fine what we're reading. But if you're just somebody who takes their word for it, oh, okay, yeah, well, he's talking about these priests of black magic who want to enslave the masses. That must make them good people. No, they're just exposing some truth, but he's keeping from you the fact that he's a part of it just from the other side. Those who hear the rumbling of unrest and correctly interpret it are confidently hoping that in the boiling, bubbling, and swirling turmoil, the scum of ignorance, superstition, and fear will be skimmed away, so that the changing compound of eternal growth may be made evident, and the souls of earth may steadily rise to a higher plane of life and better knowledge of its meaning. In this changing condition, or birth of a better world, Mother Earth, like the mothers of men, passes through a period of travail, of pain, suffering, and sorrow, and in that travail, she not only brings forth a new life for mankind, but also discards that which is worthless for the new life. And that's why they justify themselves and all the chaos they're creating. It's part of the birth pangs of their coming new age. You know, and that's what. Anyways, in this birth of a new and better condition, the light shall prevail. What do you think this new and better condition, this new life for mankind, what do you think he's talking about? It's obvious. The world society, the world government, the brotherhood of man, the universal brotherhood. It is a law of life which is unalterable. Darkness can be in evidence only so long as man permits, and when he demands the light, darkness must go. Men are awakening to the power of the light within themselves and are gradually being made aware of the fact that each must be master of his own temple, the house in which he lives. If he does not, the servants in the house, his own appetites, passions, emotions, desires will cause great confusion, and the master, the man himself, because they believe man is God, becomes a servant to his servants. Unless these servants be put to and kept to constructive uses, they will murder the master, destroy the temple he has been endeavoring to build, the house not made with hands. This confusion and unrest has now about reached a state where man is demanding the reason of the confusion and light, being stronger than darkness, because it is right, will quell and is quelling the confusion, will seek out and is seeking the guilty, and the guilty, when discovered, must pay in full. The laws of the grand architect of the universe and nature are such that these which is false must be its own accuser. The lamps are lighted, showing clearly to those who would seek the unfoldment of their hidden powers the climbing path toward the light of day. And he takes some quotes here at the bottom of this article concerning the Catholic Church from Western Watchman, St. Louis. The public man who antagonizes the Catholic Church in these days is a political suicide. Another quote, all Catholics should exert their power to cause, got a minute here, the Constitution of States to be modeled after the principles of the Catholic Church. Encyclopedia Leo XIII. In this short, teeny little article here, one definition. Another interesting, and as I go on, sometimes when I combing through this bunch of magazines put together, if I find an interesting article that's worthy to share, I'm going to make a video where I'm reading from it. This is a quote from Freemason Donald Fletcher, 32nd degree. Freemasonry is intended to be a brotherhood of good men. It is secret, not to keep the world out, but to keep a world in who can safely and quietly work to make the world better. It's interesting wording, quietly make the world better. Freemasonry is the sworn enemy of despotic church, state or church, and the active worker for liberty, equality, and fraternity. Now, where else was that shouted? Liberty, equality, and fraternity. The French Revolution. You'll find them always talking about in their articles using that slogan, liberty, equality, and fraternity. The rights of man. So it's a deceptive freedom they're shouting about. Liberty as in Aleister Crowley type liberty, but okay. That was one definition by Donald Fletcher, 32nd degree. There's a bunch of other articles here. Another one that I think is interesting worth sharing, which I might share later, is this one. Okay,